I make a mistake? Like, was I not supposed to be here? Did I steal somebody's seat? I actually remember her specifically saying that. Did I steal somebody's seat? Somebody else that was more qualified than me to be in PT school, to be a future doctor of physical therapy.
Turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the
Hey, what is up? How you doing? Hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. My name is Joseph Ngugi. I'm a physical therapist, one of the co-founders of Pre-PT Grind, where we help you get into PT school without wasting time or money. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you about why I almost quit physical therapy when I was a student, and what you can learn from it. So this is a story that I actually haven't told in quite some time, but it was on my mind because I was speaking to a few of our students who had a journey that had left them really doubting whether PT was for them, right? And they once felt very excited, but had gone through some stuff that just helped, led them to doubt. Had a semester. One student had two back-to-back semesters where they were struggling before working with us, of course, but they were like, "Yo, like my grades have actually gone down. Like I don't know if I can handle the intensity of PT school. I don't know if I could handle all this other stuff." And I was like, "Well, what's funny? Like I was having some of those same thoughts when I was in PT school." And so the story I'm going to tell you is about my second year, and what I want you to get from it is the fact that every single one of you, we say this so much, but I want you to really hear me when I say it. Like if you're like the initial pull that you had towards becoming a physical therapist, that was not a fluke, right? So just go back to why you were like, man, why did I really become a PT? Because if you're not clear on that, it's going to be very easy to be kind of to drift back and forth as a student when things get tough. And that's what I almost did. So for me, the hardest time was actually when I was in physical therapy school, which is already tough because you're already there, right? And so during my second year of PT school, things were not going as well. I can't quite remember what started it, but all I know is that after my first year, I had done okay, in my grades during my first year. But during my second year of PT school, my grades started to tank. Right. So I remember, in our program, how they used to do it. And I don't know how all other PT programs do this specific part. But our PT program basically had a list, right? Whenever you would take an exam or you would have your grades released, they would have a piece of paper outside each classroom. And basically next to each grade was like an alias, right? So you would basically kind of pick a name that wasn't really your name because you didn't want people to know it was you, but one that you would recognize when you were looking at the pieces of paper. And I feel like mine was, because I'm a diehard Kobe fan and basketball fan, it was probably something like 2408 something, just because 24 and 8 were Kobe's two numbers and all that stuff, whatever. So but I had a series of things, and so I knew which one was mine. And so that year, I ended up being in the bottom 25% a lot. There were quite a few times where I was actually at the bottom. And I remember my self-esteem just plummeting because I started asking myself, was I am I not supposed to be here? And I've talked about imposter syndrome in the past, but imposter syndrome kicked in. I was like, oh my goodness, it's only a matter of time before they figure out that I'm not supposed to be here, that I'm not good enough to be a PT student. And it actually got to the point where my now wife was my girlfriend at the time, and I used to tell her, I was like, did I make a mistake? Was I not supposed to be here? Did I steal somebody's seat? I actually remember her specifically saying that. Did I steal somebody's seat? Somebody else that was more qualified than me to be in PT school, to be a future doctor of physical therapy. Did I steal their seat? And that, it's almost as if, as I remember, it's almost as if the more I internalized that, the worse it got. Because even when I was trying to study hard, even when I was nothing was sinking in, because at the back of my mind was, you're not supposed to be here. You stole somebody else's seat. You're not good enough to compete with everybody else here. Like whenever, peers were talking about what their grades were, I would just change the subject. I didn't even want, I didn't want to lie to them, but I also didn't want to tell them how bad I was struggling. In fact, like my closest friends didn't know I struggled that year until like a year and a half later, because I just didn't talk about it, right? And why I'm bringing this up is because like at that time, I was just so like in my head about what I was seeing. And yes, obviously PT school is not easy, right? And yes, I was struggling academically. I did figure it out eventually, but a lot of those thoughts that I had were actually leading me to just like second guess everything that I had done, everything that I was doing, and they were actually leading me to like do worse because I wasn't able to even focus. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I know that there's a lot of you listening to this right now that feel that way, whether you're a PT student or you're a pre-PT. You're currently in that space where you're just like, man, like how, oh my gosh, like I'm trying to retake these classes, I'm trying to retake prerequisites, I'm trying to, do all this stuff, and it's just not working out. Like, am I ever going to be able to show these schools that I'm good enough to be in PT school? I mean, I want to be a PT, but am I going to be good enough? And if that's you, I'm here to tell you that all that matters is the initial decision you had to becoming a physical therapist. Like, remember that feeling? Like go back to the day that you decided that you wanted to be a PT. Just take a brief moment with me and go back to the day that you decided to be a physical therapist and sit in that for a second. What was it? What was it about the profession that drew you in? Was it an experience you had? Was it something you saw that was like, oop, that's exactly what I want to do? Okay, go back to that. Now, if in going back to that, you can remember how certain you were that this is what you wanted, then that's all you need to trust. I wish somebody told me that when I was in my second year. I was starting to think, shoot, like, I mean, I kind of wanted to be a PT, but shoot, like my grades and everything else is showing me that, like I can't keep up. I won't be able to make it. Like I was barely making it through in PT school during my second year. And what started to shift was, when I started, well, actually I had some professors that just reached out to me, but I started being super open with my professors. I started being open to help from my peers, and I had always been open to help and guidance and stuff like that, but I also felt like I was bothering people. So I tried to do a lot of things on my own that second year. And I remember that. And so I started having, like going back to what I had done as a pre-PT, which was, having an accountability partner, having a study partner. I had a student that was a classmate of mine that we ended up studying together from that point on all the way until we finished PT school. And those were the things that started to kind of pull me out, because I realized that it was okay to ask for help. It was okay for me to talk to other students, and there were other students that were also going through what I was going through. But me struggling as a student was never some deciding factor that I was not going to be an amazing physical therapist. And for you as well, like if you're a pre-PT feeling like that, like hear it from me first. You're going to be an amazing PT. Go back to why you want to be a PT. Realize that you're going to be an amazing PT, not because of you, but because of your heart, because of how you want to serve others, because of how y'all like being a PT has less to do with us and more to do with how like the people that we serve, how well we listen to them, how much we care for them. You could have all the skills in the world, but if you don't have empathy, if you don't have the ability to actually pour from y'all, like it's going to be difficult to actually serve others. So if you have that, then you're supposed to be a physical therapist. But the shift now is, well, once you can believe that again, then you're able to now objectively look at what's going on. You're able to now start asking for help. You're able to start now looking for guidance, whether that's people around you, whether that's, classmates, whether that's your professors, whether that is communities, putting yourself around other pre-PTs that are focused just like you, putting yourself around people that are motivated just like you. And if you're not around those people, find them. And the beautiful thing is you have access to online, and online you can literally find groups like that. And so if that is you, start looking for that. Start being aware that those solutions exist, and then go for them. go for them. So that's what this was for today. I hope it helped. And if it helped you, of course, share this out. Share this out with a friend that could use this, that could benefit from hearing this. And then keep going for your dream. Keep fighting for it. Keep working your tail off. And if you're stuck, we got you. We have resources on resources to help you out. We have a free training at preptsecrets.com. We have a coaching program at acceptedsystem.com. There's help everywhere. Don't feel like that's not there, but don't ever let it lead you to think that you're not going to be a good physical therapist, that you're not qualified to be in this profession, that you're not supposed to be here, because you are. All right, we'll see you in the next video.